As a child, there were some things you were truly afraid of, like the monster in the closet, ghosts, the dark, and in Milhouse's case, even light. But only a few of us have had to endure the hellish experiences faced by some of Springfield's most famous kids, like Bart Simpson, Lisa Simpson, or even Randall Borton. Yes, Randall's last name is Borton, don't ask any further. There's a place that makes you lose your fear of hell after you've been there. Kamp Krusty. While the camp is advertised as a fun summer retreat filled with activities and, most importantly, Krusty the Clown, what you actually find there are rundown shacks, forced labor, slave-driving consulars, and Crunchy the Clown. And all of this for full 6 weeks. The only real winners are the kids' parents, who respond to cries for help from the camp with a tired smile. How bad could it be? They're just complaining and won't want to leave in the end anyway. Well, not exactly. Okay, Krusty got a garbage truck full of money. He might also be considered a winner here. The episode Kamp Krusty in season 4 shows us a truly miserable vacation experience for Springfield's youth. The only thing keeping some of them from going completely insane is the thought that Krusty the Clown might personally show up eventually. However, when it becomes clear that this wish will never come true, the kids start a revolt and take control of the camp. In Springfield, the angry mob mentality is practically ingrained from birth. But then, the clown who gave the camp its name does finally show up, sees the error of his ways, and at least offers the kids a nice remaining vacation in Tijuana. The naive and TV-saturated viewer, yes, I mean you, thinks that everything is back to normal. But as we learn in season 28, we underestimated the several consequences of this traumatic event. In the episode Kamp Krusty, shout out for the title, we see the bus driven by Krusty, presumably to Tijuana, but that's never mentioned again, returning to Springfield with the kids. All parents, except for the Johnson family, can hug their beloved children and their Barts again. After therapy only provides limited relief from the trauma, Marge and Homer take their kids on a healing journey back to the place where it all began. However, overnight it has been transformed into a flourishing adult retreat where people stroll around in bathrooms like ancient Macedonians. You can really feel the freedom in it. When Lisa and Bart enter their old cabin, they find a set of life vests and everything becomes clear to them. They had made an escape attempt in a scene that was apparently forgotten in season 4, trying to get away from Kamp Krusty. But they weren't alone. They had good old Charlie with them. Oh, you don't know him? Well, he must have also been forgotten in season 4. Or is it this boy over here? But come on, you remember Charlie, right? Anyway, to cut to the chase, Krusty shows up randomly, takes them to the wise guy, who then takes them to Charlie, who's now massaging people in backroom and was undercover spy for Departures magazine. When they see that he's alive, they instantly cured. According to an on-screen text, we'll get the full story on Charlie in season 52, in the episode titled Kamp Krustiest, which is the superlative of Kamp Krusty. Great title. However, it's more likely that this figment of the dark late 20s seasons of The Simpsons, named Charlie, will never be seen again. Let's be honest, despite everything, Bart and Lisa had a better time than Martin did in the weight loss section of Kamp Krusty. Always think positive. But Kamp Krusty isn't just a place you wouldn't wish on your worst Flanders in the series. Naturally, it appears first in Simpsons Tapped Out, where it's, well, just a location that generates money and possibly drains your real money too. There's a bit more to discover in the classic Simpsons Hit and Run. In the Lisa level, idyllically situated next to a highway bridge, you'll find references to the Lord of the Flies carcass, the weight loss camp, and even the revolt and the transformation of Kamp Krusty into Kamp Bart as a hidden gag. However, even in the game, shady characters roam this dark place. Lastly, Kamp Krusty made its way into one of the many comics. Not in the main series, but in the Bart Simpson comics. In issue 74 from July 2013, titled Into the Woods, Lisa, Bart, Milhouse and Martin drew a rather spruced up version of the camp. The barracks look inviting, and there's even a musical performance, at least for the educationally inclined youth. Bart and Milhouse have adventure on their wish list and start exploring the woods. The story in brief, they get lost, are so hungry that they think hours have passed, but then they accidentally hear Lisa and find their way back. She informs them that only 30 minutes have passed. Comic humor, we assume. The really interesting part of this story, which portrays Kamp Krusty as a much more positive place, is a final comic strip showing Bart and Milhouse's path from a bird's eye view. You can see they walked in circles, but you also notice that the forest around Kamp Krusty is very sparse and Springfield is just a stone's throw away. There's also a basketball and volleyball court and a well-maintained environment. So, who lied to us? Are the comic artists showing us the truth? Or did Krusty feel guilty and actually create a cool place somewhere else? The iconic totem pole is nowhere to be seen in the comic though. What do you think? Would you like to spend a vacation at Kamp Krusty? Let us know in the comments. And we'll see you in the next video when we uncover more big secrets of Springfield. Stay tuned.